went to the pediatrician, and I said, something's not right, whatever. And they measured her head, and her head circumference was smaller than it should have been. And they did like a let's wait and see thing. Let's see what's happening. It's a little windy out here, but I hope you guys can hear me. Oh, somebody said on the other video that they couldn't really hear me. I thought it was very, very clear.
Oh, Lord have mercy.
If you are, then I will get a microphone. But I think that it's okay. But we'll see. Of course, I want you to be able to hear me. And
what are they doing?
I'm gonna go deep into it, but I'm not gonna go too deep into every little aspect because we'll be here till June 25th, which is my husband's birthday. Anyway, so yeah, the doctor said let's just see what happens next couple of months. So we kept taking her back to the doctor, and her head wasn't really improving. It was a little tiny bit, nothing. It was improving, but it wasn't improving. It wasn't growing where it should have been growing at her stage of life, at her age, whatever, that she was. And so the doctor suggested after a while, let's take an MRI. We want to know what's going on. We have to see what's going on. Her what is it called? Her when they check your physical stuff and all that. That she was very she didn't have the elasticity in her bones and stuff.
Okay, you guys, look. What does it knock down?
I'll think of it, but she wasn't where she was at with her stuff that she should
okay,
be doing.
y'all, I can't think.
Hands and legs and stuff.
I can't think, Artie.
I wonder why.
Okay. So
What is that
anyway,
supposed to
that's
mean?
a little
You got some old woman blabbering on.
I am
All the
live.
information we have to get and see what's going on. We have to get an MRI of the brain and see if
See, that's what happens.
No,
Them over here.
So, first of all, this is going to be a whole nother video. I'm going to do this on a whole nother video, but she had an MRI and she was like 5 months old.
You guys are being
And
so
it was
bad.
It was really hard having to know she had under. It was a very scary time for us, for me, my husband, my family. It was very scary, but we got through, we did it, and that's going to be a whole nother video of going through medical stuff and all that with your child when you don't want to face it or cope with it or...
Sammy, if you don't quit jumping all over everything,
Right now,
like I can't take it.
what occurred with Jennifer and when we found out what was going on with her.
Mother, are you on my live?
So...
You're not, Jenny's on there?
So we get through the MRI, she had the MRI.
Mother, you're not going to join my live?
She has a form of, they said she has a form of cerebral palsy, but they weren't 100% sure because there was what was missing was there was white matter missing on the left side of the brain. No, the right side of the brain. Which the right side of the brain controls the left and opposite. And her white matter was missing on the right side of the brain, so therefore it affected her left side. So she had what was called a left hemiparesis, which was cerebral palsy with a left hemiparesis, which meant that her left side was affected. Now she could move her arm and do all that stuff, but she didn't have the muscle tone. That's where it is, guys. Her muscle tone wasn't right. I told you it would come. The muscle tone wasn't correct.
I need water, Jenny.
But her hand was very tight, and her left side was very tight. So, they
all right, let me
suggested that
feed you.
let's get her in.
We're going to feed the dogs.
Now, there's a place
Right,
where we lived that was amazing. It was a rehabilitation center that it was an outpatient type of thing where that the people and the children would go there.
Is the TV too loud?
So you had to go there, you had to get an evaluation, they had to evaluate them, they had to do all this stuff before they would take on the therapies. And
I'm doing
they
so, Teresa. I'm having some trouble breathing this morning, but my husband's supposed to be bringing my new medication home when he gets off work today.
That she needed full-time therapy out.
And we'll see if that helps me at all. But I gotta feed the dogs. Y'all tell me if this TV is too
They
loud.
weren't sure what issues that, I mean, the doctors told me straight out, they told us straight out, they didn't know if she would ever walk, if she would ever talk, if she would ever do anything. They weren't, as far as they thought, they didn't think that she was gonna walk or talk. Okay, her neurologist, we had to take her to a neurologist, and I'm just telling you that the neurologist, one second. So, what happened was, they suggested taking her to a neurologist, so, I wanted to get the best, I wanted to,
Okay,
you know, you live in New York.
I need some more water,
We went to
y'all.
New York City, to Mount Sinai, I think it was Mount Sinai Hospital, and we got a neurologist there.
I hadn't had coffee yet, but
You checked her out and all that.
it is right
And,
here.
They said they didn't know if she would walk or she would talk.
Terry, what time
And
did you make this
they
coffee?
They weren't sure, like I told you guys, if it was legal.
7:30.
Let me actually.
7:30.
Well, I'm not gonna have one. Yeah, let me look up something. Bear with me a second. All right, guys, Google dystrophy, okay? This is what they thought that she might have. Okay, they weren't 100% sure. They knew she had cerebral palsy.
How did cat food get in the floor?
They couldn't rule out leukodystrophy, which listen to what this is, okay? This is what they're telling us, okay? I'm 23, my husband's almost 20, and we're sitting there,
Oh,
and this is what the doctor
move me, what? I gotta get something.
The neurologist is telling us.
Look, Jenny, I got this for my orchids because I'm not happy with,
Neurological disorder that affects the central nervous system.
I'm not fully happy with the mix I did. I didn't have all my
Sorry
orchid
about all the noise,
mix,
guys.
so I got some orchid mix.
And they don't know. This includes.
I never noticed it said a specific kind of orchid.
It damages the white matter in this area. The white
You
matter
find-
contains nerve fiber called axon.
Anyway, I got
They're
that.
covered by a protective fatty layer
And
called
then,
actin.
tell me if you get this. This is,
that lead to abnormalities
and I've never,
in
I couldn't believe they had these.
or the cell
Orchid
nerve
plant food
nerve
spikes.
Now, that's what
So I'm
they
gonna,
thought. She had white matter missing
put a
from the
stick
left
in
side
each
of the brain.
one.
So that's why they thought.
And then I got some more of the,
And Lord and heaven, God is my Savior.
plant food mist.
It was they said, what's going to happen is you're not going to know until.
I'm hoping the sticks is what's gonna generate my orchids I've had for several years to bloom again. One did attempt to bloom some one time, but
So it was like we were waiting.
it stopped, you know, immaturely.
When we go into physical therapy.
Excuse you.
You'd be bawling,
Excuse you.
you know, and just crying because they had to maneuver her in ways that, you know, a 6-month-old is not used to being maneuvered in. When you maneuvered, she would cry, you know, they weren't hurting her, but they were just.
You're not good with orchids, Teresa?
And I'm bawling because.
Oh, I am
I'm
cooking.
in this position at 23 years old.
Oh God, let me think. Her real name is, Marsha. Southern Cooking Backwoods Living. Applesauce, brown sugar pancakes is what I'm gonna be doing. Oh, you have a doctor's appointment in an hour and a half?
Now, what I'm going to tell you now is, going through all of this, the support of your family.
Good morning, Carol.
Of your inner circle.
Y'all, as you come in, don't forget to give me a like. Let me get the dogs fed. I'll get the dogs fed. See, I got my bandana on, y'all, because I haven't washed my hair. I brushed my teeth. And I'm just here, y'all. Alright, so let me feed them.
Let me tell you something. It was terrible.
And y'all, is the TV too loud?
Like I said, once we knew what the situation was and what the future looked like,
Let me raise y'all up some.
in a roundabout way, then you could cope and deal with it better. But the not knowing is what's terrifying. And so when we first,
I'm trying to see good. No, that's still
it
not
was
high
very
enough,
much
is
like
it?
family was there all the time. Like I needed support. It was the unknown, you know. My husband had to work, so I used to go to therapy for her. She was our first, but only child. I had to go to therapy for her.
Oh, yeah, there I am.
But the first couple of times, And for a little while, a family member would come with me. And it was usually my sister Lisa. And I'll never forget the first time we walked into the rehabilitation center, which was a beautiful.
Okay, I'm getting it. I'm getting
They
it.
were like God. They were like from God.
I'm getting it.
They were angels, compassionate and loving and caring and
Okay.
informative.
Come on.
And welcoming, and it was just an amazing place to be. Okay, an amazing place.
What is it? What is it?
First, therapy session. I'll never forget. I can picture it in my head right
Here.
now. We go in and it's like a big room, you know, and they have like the big walls and things.
Here, Ori.
All the apparatuses that they work on with all the kids, and there's a lot of kids. In
They
there.
eat like a
There's
baby,
lot of
y'all.
different, you know, it's a big room, but they eat.
I don't
and
need
they have
if
their
you
own
can see
little
her
area.
climbing up on my leg.
And there's kids in there that are 3, there's kids in there that are 8, there's kids in there that are babies. They're all kind of kids in there, but not. I don't remember if it was an old kid. There wasn't really any teenagers or anything like that. It was young kids.
Hold on.
And so we sat on the mat, and her physical therapist name was Jerry Squirrel. Jerry. God, I hope that he's okay. I started it about 20 years ago. I went and visited him and Jenny, and he couldn't believe what Jenny was, you know.
Hold on.
If it wasn't for him, Jennifer would not be born. Jennifer would not have gone. If it wasn't for all of us. And I'm going to say the name, I don't care. It's a different county. It's Kiwanio. And God named that place. God chose that place. Amazing, amazing place to people. So we go in and we sit down on the mat. We sit on the mat and Jenny's a baby. She's a baby. She's like 4, she's like maybe 5, 6 months old. 5, yeah. And we started to maneuver her, and she started to cry.
I never give them their food, so all of them have a bowl. You gotta wait, Summer.
She's crying. I'm crying number 2 because I don't know what my daughter's what's gonna happen with my daughter. Is she gonna live? Is she gonna walk? Is she gonna talk? All the things that are unknown up in the air, and the balls up in the air because you have no clue what's gonna come down and what's gonna happen because they don't know, and you don't know. You just pray to God that everything's gonna be okay. So I'm just bawling, and my sister was just bawling her eyes out, and we're both just crying.
I see you, Nibliette.
Right now, in this moment that I'm here, when I'm talking to you about it,
I see you, Miss Nibliette.
it's surreal because I feel like I'm sitting there. I'm sitting there, and I can feel myself just mourning and crying and just being heartbroken and being so terrified of the unknown. And I could just feel it, and I got the chills. And it was the most horrible, saddest day of my life, because right there and then, it was the beginning of the forever of whatever it was going to be. You know, and of course, if you don't know, all you do is think about the worst, like, oh my God. You know, and then it was like, every day was like torture because you wanted to see if she was improving, and if she doesn't improve, then you're nervous and she's not improving. But thank God, thank God.
All right, here we go. Come on.
She was on her way, and she kept improving, and Barry kept telling me, Linda, she's improving. I see little improvement. She's doing okay. She's doing well. She's making strides, little by little by little. And then we got to the point where we knew that it wasn't possible because it should be. Praise the Lord. I thank God for
All right, y'all.
I thank God in this day that He granted us that, and that it was His will. It was His will. I didn't know.
We're gonna start cooking here in a minute. That is Create with Linda on the TV. That's her new channel. It's called A Place to Come. And she created that channel for people who have children with disabilities. You see the cat trying to creep up to get her food?
To heal her and to get her well enough that she could live the best life she could possibly live. So that was God doing. God sent us there. You know,
Are you already done, Orty?
just sent those people to us.
Are you done?
He was the only one that could do that.
Artie.
Preaching how long, I'm fine. I'm just saying,
He's done, y'all.
these are my experiences and
He said, I'm full, Mommy.
God's will
I got full, Mommy.
became better. And that she didn't have to
Good
go
job, Artie.
fair enough. But so the doctor said she was more exhausted with all this. So just to tell you guys that as you can see, Jennifer's walking, Jennifer's walking by a minute. We would take her to the neurologist, and the neurologist would be like, I don't even understand this child. Like, he couldn't believe how she was talking.
All right, y'all, we're going to get started
How
cooking.
She had finally made a stride, her stride of walking. I'm not going to tell you.
Look at those little boogers.
If you're new here, you probably wouldn't have heard it.
They're like, is she going to leave us anything? Is she going to leave us anything? Oh, that reminds me. I got to get that recipe.
She was 5 years old when she started walking. Okay, and we were there at that rehabilitation center for 5 years. And every time I go to the very it's coming, she's close. She's close.
All right, y'all. So, again, this is the pancake recipe from Southern Cookin and Backwoods Living. Her name's Marsha. She's a wonderful person. If y'all haven't subscribed to her, definitely go check out her channel. She is an excellent, excellent cook. But we're making applesauce cinnamon brown sugar pancakes, y'all. So, I am Artie. Do y'all see it got switched up? Artie came and got into her bowl. Niblet, did you eat everything? Did you get everything eaten? Let's go ahead and wash these dishes. We're going to wash the dishes. Because I can't cook if I've got dishes sitting in my sink. I cannot cook, y'all. Not like that.
Her balance, her steadiness to stay up on her own 2 feet.
I get so overwhelmed because I have so much stuff I need to do, and sometimes I don't have the energy to do it. And y'all are probably thinking, well, what about Spongy? Y'all, I don't know.
Look at young Billy. Look at him in his hair. So cute, right? Look at Billy. He had the bluest eyes, blonde hair. He was so adorable. There's, that was Billy and here's me and them.
What are you doing, Sammy?
Wasn't I so young? With my full head of hair.
I got that big tank in my bedroom I have to clean today.
That's it, guys. That was me, 23 years old.
Y'all, I don't know where the time goes. I don't know where the hours go.
So happy. It was the happiest day of my life. And it really
I
was.
really
I
don't.
didn't know anything. I didn't know anything than God. But it was okay. You know what? I'm grateful. I was grateful for her. Alright, so let me show you. We won't show a nudie. But that would be kind of wrong. We won't show a nudie. Give me those things a little bit.
I was going to initially do this as an ASMR
Yeah, it was.
and just not talk. I don't know if I'll do a whole lot of talking.
In her high chair eating. Look at her. This was Easter 1991, April 1991. That's me feeding her. You guys see that? I hope you can see in the light there. So cute, blonde hair, blue eyes, my blonde hair baby. Okay. Let's get to the part where I'm going to show you her in this part.
So, the struggle bus of breathing.
It's good to see pictures, you know, this way. Oh, look how pretty she was.
I've been getting scared reading about some of that stuff, y'all. Jenny in particular, with the spinal stenosis in that C3, C4, and C5 in my neck, and the phrenic nerve involved.
This is when we took her home. This is when we took her home from the hospital. Look. All in pink. Pretty in pink. Let's see. Let me get this. I just want to make sure you guys see this. Pretty in pink. Look. So cute. With her pacifier in her mouth. Aww. Alright. No, okay, here, let me see if I have a better one. I have one. Yes, here we go. Okay.
I'm gonna have to transplant some of my vegetables that are growing really good. My beans are doing really well, so I'm gonna have to transplant those. I'll be showing you all. I might do a live of that one day. I haven't done my story time this week because I'm in behind on it. And also, I'm trying to figure out how to do an intro for about 30 minutes before I would start reading to give people time to join and all that.
And would stand up and hold on to things and she could walk. Okay? That was one of them. Oh, this is so cute. We actually just where she was sitting in it, we were pushing her. The same month.
Who? Hey, Scully. Oh, you're going to see me in action here in just a minute.
Alright, where's the other one? Where's the one for...
You're not going to see me. I was on camera just a little bit ago, but I took it off of me now. Alright, I'm going to sit y'all on the counter in a minute because I got to get the stuff I need to make these pancakes. And again, this is not my recipe. This is from Southern Country Living and Backwoods, Southern Country Cooking and Backwoods Living. Marsha. I'm well, Scully, I haven't told you much about my spinal issues or anything. I have severe spinal degenerative disease on top of lupus and other things. And I have spinal stenosis in C3, C4, and C5 in my neck. And it's phrenic nerve that controls your breathing, your diaphragm is affected. So I'm having a lot of issues breathing. And they're going to try me on this new medication. It's called Spirivia. And Jen, have you ever heard of Spirivia? Spirivia. It's got 3 medications in one. So they're trying to determine if, like, because I've got severe acid reflux disease too. And I have a hole in my diaphragm. Right there, a hole in my stomach right at my diaphragm. And they're trying to determine if it's, the breathing issues are more about the stomach, are they more about the spinal issue, the phrenic nerve involved, or do I have a breathing issue, autoimmune related, coming from lupus or something. Because inflammation attack, it's all in my body and it can attack your lungs and cause some damage. So they're trying to determine exactly where it's coming from. Back, stomach, or autoimmune.
And I have to say, I really don't remember their names.
Y'all, I fixed what I hold on.
I don't even remember their names.
I called them, and it affects my vocal cords too.
Here, I have it here.
But anyway, I called these subs I did last night, Hawaiian hoagies.
That's Jerry.
I filmed it. They're so basic and so simple, easy to do, but they are so good, y'all. Look at these little boogers.
Her occupational therapist, who's amazing. I loved her to death. She was so close. And that's,
all right, that's the recipe I printed off. I've had who? What? I can't see the messages, y'all.
The other one was, I forget. Oh wait, speech therapist. Oh, teacher. Her teacher. Judy was her teacher.
I've had several MRIs. I have to go back. I have. I had an MRI of my right shoulder because I have an impinged nerve there and a ganglion cyst in it, and a lot of inflammation and damage in the shoulder joint. And then I had an MRI of my neck, and then I had an MRI of my whole back, thoracic and lumbar. So cervical, thoracic, and lumbar, whole entire back, and my whole entire back is just riddled with disease.
And really so intuitive and so informative, okay? So we embraced who she was, And it was rough. It was a rough.
On your
rough
back?
time, but we got
You had
through
an
it.
MRI on your back,
And
Scully?
I'm just gonna tell you guys that we got through it from the support from
You gotta
everybody
give me a
around
wrench.
us. And I'm telling you, it was a
Oh, hold on. Let me give y'all wrenches. Hold on.
5 to 10 years of her life.
I gotta
and
give
our
Scully a
life
wrench.
was hard as anything. But we're here to say, and you've seen Jennifer,
So, Scully, you should be blue now.
how she is today. But you have to go through the whole entire thing. It's not
Yeah,
easy.
Teresa's
It's not
already
easy,
blue.
but the support.
I don't know if
and the
Carol's
reaching
still here or
out
not.
and
Broke
just
bound
doing-
with
and
blood.
just Trusting.
But I'll
in,
go ahead
You
and
know, and
make her blue.
who you have around you. And
Carol, if
fighting
you're here, I
for
gave you a
your
wrench
child
so you can
and just
connect with
being there,
people.
being aware of what's going on and mourning.
What did you have to have a,
You have to.
hey,
you
Pancake,
have to,
how are you? I hope you're doing good.
You have
All right,
to
so we're gonna get started.
go through it.
I'm trying to figure out how I want to set up my little
If you
area
put it
here.
down and you ignore it,
No,
and
Ollie.
you pretend that, oh, your child is okay.
See if y'all be able to see
normal, and
me.
your child-
Well, not necessarily me, because I don't want to be on camera anymore. I was already on camera, y'all.
This age, you're only gonna hurt
All right,
your
so let
child
me
and
get
yourself.
my ingredients.
It is something that you have to go through, and that is not easy. And that's why I'm saying, if you're a parent
So, we need
any stage
applesauce,
of life,
which I won't be
a
using
parent
all of
who
those
are of a
applesauces.
disabled child, whether the child, like I said, newborn, 8 months, a year, 3 years old, 10 years old, 12 years old, it can always be.
We
you know,
need
you can always get
self-rising
always
flour.
better.
Now that's important when you're making homemade pancakes.
Try to fix
Don't
it and
use
try
basic
to
flour.
make it
You want to
better
use
for them.
self-rising flour.
Just like I said, we had a,
And then, of
slap in the
course,
face 'cause we realized
now
we
one thing
couldn't
I'm going to do
have
different from
money.
Marsha is
You know,
I'm going to
and
use
you
cinnamon
just really have to.
and
If
I'm
you're
going to
sitting
use
at home
the
right now,
Schwartz
you're thinking,
mixed
how
spice.
am I gonna do this? How am I gonna navigate?
So I'm going to use cinnamon
their therapy,
and that
their
together.
therapies, their going to school, their doctor's appointments, their
And
the other
then-
children, the household, the family, the finances, the
We
food,
need
all of this stuff.
brown sugar,
Please, guys, and I say this
which I got
to
some
you,
brown sugar right here.
Please reach out.
And then another little different thing I'm going to do
Especially, okay?
that's
A
different
place
from
to
what
come.
she
This is where
did
you should come.
is,
There's all
Terry, would you like
information
raisins
here.
and brown
Like I said,
sugar cinnamon
something-
pancakes?
I actually
Yeah.
think Saturday.
I'm gonna
forget
add
because
raisins.
I didn't realize, I forgot that that's Jennifer's birthday party. We were taking her bowling and all that. So Saturday's not gonna be good, so I'll let
So
you
we got
guys
our
know
raisins right
when
here.
I'm gonna be there for the questions, to answer the questions. But like I said, if you have any questions, feel free to ask now. You can ask now, comment down below, with questions on the community board.
Also, y'all,
And
I do a mixture of buttermilk and milk.
If you have any questions or anything, I will
So while I
answer.
love her recipe, but I also want to make, create it in my own way, my own style.
So please,
So we are going to do buttermilk with regular milk.
anything, nothing is wrong, nothing is a bad question, nothing is a wrong question or a wrong statement. You have a statement, you have advice, please, please, please. I can't express it enough. Reach out. Because reaching out is one of the main things that's gonna help you.
Do I not
get
have
you
any
on your
vanilla?
way to acceptance and freedom of guilt and
Is
fear
that Snapple
and
still
all
over
of
there?
that. And
Yeah,
let me
why,
tell
you want a
something,
Snapple?
It's gonna be
Yeah.
a hard road, I'm not gonna lie to you guys.
Yo,
It's
I
gonna
don't
be a
have
hard
any
road because
vanilla.
So
Oh, yeah, I
many
do.
stages you go through, okay? And this is the first stage. This is the first stage.
This isn't the vanilla I normally like to use.
Is to find the
I like to use
the natural
real
finding out
vanilla,
about
but we'll be
that your
using
child
this one.
has disability, okay?
Let me get
So,
spongy a
first stage,
Snapple.
write down my notes. The first
Booger, what
stage.
kind do you want? Do you want the apple or do you
And
want
I'm
the
gonna-
fruit punch or do you want
Then
the
next
strawberry
video will
kiwi?
be
The fruit punch.
First stage plus.
I'm gonna taste
You
this,
know,
y'all.
into the
My son
second-
was talking
into
about
second,
Snapples the other day,
okay?
and we hadn't had a Snapple in years,
And like I said,
and he got me to wanting one. So I ended up getting, let's see, two 6-pack cases and then some odd ones.
Within the stages, with just videos that posts that
Oh,
I
that's
make
very
that,
refreshing.
you know, have
Snapple is
service
very
or
light. It's
something
not
that I have
overly
that
sweet.
um,
It's very
something
good.
you need to be aware of, or that something happened with Jennifer in
All
my
right.
life, in our
And then we're
life,
going to need
that
butter.
I'm dealing with now. You know, I'm going to try and not bombard you with everything, but I will make an outline of it and make sure that it's informative and it's not chaotic and all of that. I'm not going to be perfect, guys. Again, disclaimer is I'm not a doctor, I'm not a psychologist, I'm just an experienced parent who has been through it all, has been through every stage of it, and I'm still going through stages of it. Jennifer's in the late stage.
Okay. We got our
So
butter.
I've been
Now
really
this
going
is
through it
this
all.
is salted butter,
All right,
y'all.
guys. So I
This
hope
is
you
salted
guys
butter.
enjoyed this video. I hope it was informative. Like I said,
All right.
I enjoyed the pictures and trying to give you a picture of
God,
a
Summer,
story,
get out of the
behind
way.
the story of Jennifer, and I really think that you guys will.
Yo, when you got
benefit from
tiny little
knowing,
dogs and
you
you're
know,
walking,
where Jennifer
you
was
always
and
got to
how
be
she's
looking down at the
now
ground, or
and all of that. And
you'll
that there's
trample
hope.
all
There's
over
hope,
them.
guys. There's hope, guys, in everything.
Cats too,
Even if
really.
your child can't speak, if they can't communicate, you still have the love of that child, and be so grateful. Be
You
so
had a
grateful.
hamburger meat
And
omelet
it's always
with
gonna get
rice.
better. I promise you, always gonna get better.
Rice on the side,
I love you
Scully?
guys so much. Please check out a place to come. Please tell your friends, and please share and like. And if you want to subscribe, you don't have to, but if you want to, you can subscribe. But please, again, like.
All right, I'm
and
gonna
share.
move all
It
this
means so much
stuff
to me. It's going to help so many people, and
over.
I want to help you.
So I'm gonna take my measuring cup right here, y'all, and I'm gonna get some regular milk,
I want you to help me grow.
and I'm gonna put some regular milk in here, and then I'm gonna get 2 eggs.
So that
2
everybody
eggs.
can live a really good, productive life. All right, guys. See you on the next one. Don't forget to tell your friends about a place to come. Love you guys. I'll see you on the next one. Bye.
Jenny said that she'll be listening, but she's getting ready for her appointment.
Hi, everyone. Welcome to A Place to Come. Today
I need to
is
turn that
my
off.
debut video for
Or
this
pause
channel
it.
that I'm beginning.
Oh gosh, y'all. All right, and then we got our eggs, y'all. So let me just move all this stuff to the side so I have some working room. I think next time I do my cooking live thing, y'all, I'll just go ahead and stay on the camera the whole time. No matter how I look, y'all. No matter what.
No, you gotta give my other channel a shout out, lady.
I gotta do what?
My other channel.
Oh! Spongy is creating a new channel, y'all. And it's called... I'll go ahead and get on camera for just a minute. So Spongy's creating a new channel. And it's called Cooking with Spongy. And what the channel is going to be about is me teaching Spongy how to cook. Because Spongy knows some things, but she doesn't know a lot. And that's my fault. But and she'll probably talk about things that have happened in her life. I won't bring all that up right now. But she probably will talk about that. Y'all can't even see me. I just realized that. But, yeah, so have you created it yet, Spongy?
Yeah, I did. I already created it last night.
Okay, y'all, so she already created it, but there's no video there or anything yet. We'll be getting her first video up there by Saturday. I don't know what time Saturday, but y'all make sure you go to, I gotta sneeze. Cooking with Spongy. Cooking with Spongy. Is it at Cooking with Spongy? Spongy?
It's cooking with Spongy.
All right, y'all. So don't forget about that. Okay. Now I'm off camera. I just love moving y'all around, showing you the whole wide world. Those are all my seasonings. Well, those aren't all my seasonings. I have a whole bunch more over on top of my refrigerator. But anyway, my little dog is snuffling my feet with her nose. Oh gosh, y'all, this. Oh. Okay. So I'm gonna go ahead. Wow, because we gotta mix up the batter for the pancakes, right? All right. I'm gonna go ahead and bring you. Excuse me. Bring you right here. And I didn't pull my cast iron out today. All right, so I'm gonna go ahead and turn on my eye. And now when I'm cooking, I can't see the comments the whole time. I have to, either Spongy can tell me, and then I'll reply. All right, so I'm gonna drop just a little pat of butter in here.
Teresa B said, I was wondering if Spongy could cook.
Teresa said she wondered if you could cook.
Yeah, Teresa B.
She's never really been heavy into learning how to cook, Teresa. But the bottom line is none of us live forever. And she needs to know how to do stuff like that, right? And she knows a little bit. Like I said, she knows a little bit of stuff. But she doesn't know how to do things like make a homemade cake from scratch or put together a whole meal from scratch. None of that kind of stuff. All right. Okay, y'all, the old folks sausage is one of my favorites. So I'm going to put little patties in here. Y'all know how I do when I do my breakfast stream. And I still need my coffee.
Teresa B said we all need to learn. Male, female.
And I always get the box because you save more money. I mean, you just, everything's gotten so expensive. It's better to buy in bulk. Just like eggs, y'all. Eggs are still, after tax here, they're like $9. Y'all know how much a case of soda is here? 12 sodas come in a case, don't they?
Yeah.
Y'all know how much a case of soda is here? Somebody guess. I'm in Tennessee. I'm in the Appalachian area. I'm not in the Smoky Mountains. I'm going into the Virginia Mountains. Anybody guess how much a case of soda is here yet? All right, y'all. Let me get my glasses. Where'd I put my glasses? Oh, God, where'd I put my glasses? Y'all, I can't read without my glasses. I misplaced my glasses so many times in a week. It's not even funny. They gotta be here. Oh, there they are. Y'all, nobody even helped me look for them. Hey, Marcia. I'm making your pancakes, but I'm changing it up just a little bit. And I gave a shout out to your channel. Teresa B said, check my head. No, Scully, more than $5.99. And Marcia, $14 is god awful. Teresa B is very close. It also depends on what grocery store you go to. Now, if you go to Food City, you're going to pay $12 for a case of soda. If you go to Walmart, it's after tax, it's around $10. A little bit less than 10. It's about $9.54, something like that. Good morning, Teresa. Teresa D. All right, y'all. Let me go ahead and get this started. So we're going to do 2 3/4 cup of self-rising flour. Okay, these are my new cups, y'all. By Pioneer Woman. So, that's 1 cup, and then 3/4. That's 1/2. Y'all, I am not good in math at all. Terry, how much more is 3/4 than 1/2? Would it be like 1/2 and then 1/3?
No.
Well, what would it be?
What are you asking?
I only have a 1/2 cup. I need 2 cups and 3/4. 2 3/4 cups. So how much more would I add after the 1/2 cup? Teresa B said 1/4. Thank you, Teresa B. So there's the 1/4 right there. That was good, Teresa. Did you go check that on Google, or did you know that? How you be know that, Teresa B? Hey, y'all, I hate it when I open flour. See? All right. Oh, let me raise y'all up some. We all know what I'm doing. All right. So we are getting 2 cups first. And you don't have to sift it. I mean, right, Marcia? Because it didn't say on the recipe that you have to sift it. So that's right at 1 cup, right there. So we'll put that in our bowl. All right. All right, Jenny. I love you. Let me know how your doctor's appointment goes. All right, here's our second cup. It's our second cup. Now, we'll do our half a cup. And remember, y'all, remember again, if you make this recipe, well, anytime you make homemade pancakes, this is just my opinion, it is better to use self-rising flour, because if you don't, and this is the 1/2 cup, they're not going to be fluffy. They're not going to rise. They're going to be more flat and dense. And then, thank you to Teresa B, we'll do our 1/4 cup. And that's our 1/4 cup, y'all. All right, let me go rinse these little cups off, because I don't like to have a pile of dirty things around me, y'all. I don't like it. Look, our sausage is cooking, y'all. Cooking away there. Woo, yeah. Woo, hoo. All right. I'm just gonna rinse these off real quick, like.
A bowl.
But yeah, y'all, I can my kids have asthma. And with my stomach disorder, I do have what's called a GI asthma. I forgot the exact word for it. Esophageal reflux asthma, something like that. But ever since, I started getting sick with my spinal issues, no inhaler helps me. Like Symbicort, that doesn't do anything. Albuterol, that doesn't do anything. Advair, that doesn't do anything. So that's why she's trying this Peruvia. Because like I said, that's 3 medications in one. And if that doesn't do anything, it's all coming from my phrenic nerve being compressed in my neck. And the funny thing is, y'all, before they'd even do surgery, they still want to try the injection to see if that will help. The injection doesn't change the fact that your spine's closing on your nerve. Right? Alright, y'all, back to our pancakes. So that's our flour. Now, just close this flour up. Bye, Marsha.
What is the name of that candy that we like so much at Target?
What?
What is the name of that candy that we like so much at Target?
Oh, peelers. That peelers candy.
Peelers.
Yeah. All right, y'all. Now we're gonna add 4 tablespoons of brown sugar, and this is my tablespoon right here. So we're gonna do 4 tablespoons of brown sugar into our non-sifted flour. That's 1, 2.
They have an orange flavor at that time.
Do they?
Yeah, orange.
Y'all hadn't had those peelers gummy candies? I've only found them at Target. That's 4. They are so good. I gotta learn how to use my camera. I have got a professional camera my son got me for, was it my birthday?
Yeah.
And he's got to take me on Mother's Day to get a lens fitting for it. But I'll probably start using it a lot more. But there's a lot to learn with it. All right, so that was our brown sugar. I need to flip these sausages. Can y'all hear the sausage cooking? And I never drain my fat from my frying pan after cooking the sausage, because I like the pancakes to have like a little bit of sausage fat flavor mixed in there with them. All right, I got those flipped. Now we're going to add 2 eggs. So here's our 2 eggs. Two eggs. Now we're going to add 1 teaspoon. Here's my little teaspoon. 1 teaspoon of vanilla. Now we're going to add our Schwartz mixed spice and our cinnamon.
Sorry, I'm late. Sorry.
And you want to do about a teaspoon. I'm out of cinnamon. That's okay. I also have that Schwartz, so it'll be all right. I'm going to have to get some cinnamon, y'all. I thought about mixing it up in my KitchenAid, but I was like, no, I don't really want to do that. Oh, blooper. Mess. Bloopers. These insurance agents will not stop hounding me when I have insurance now. And now they messed up my... That makes me so angry. Now I gotta wait. Oh no, there we are. Okay. Now we're gonna add one cup of regular milk. So, and then, well no, I want to do 1 cup of buttermilk. Buttermilk. So we're going to do 1 cup of buttermilk. And then we're going to do a 1/2 cup of regular milk. So we're going to do 1/2 cup of regular milk. Did I spill that? This is so hard on my arm, y'all. That's why I use my KitchenAid an awful lot. Because my arm, it just And my hand even gets to hurting. Now we're going to add our raisins. And I'm not going to measure these because I'm going to put what I think that we'll like. And now we're going to do, this seems a little bit thin to me. Maybe it'll thicken up some. If it doesn't, I might add a couple tablespoons of flour. Now, if you don't like raisins, you don't have to raisins. I just thought brown sugar and raisins and cinnamon and all that sounded really good. And also, if I had diced up apple, I would put that in there too. And now we're going to take 1 snack pack size of applesauce. And we're going to put that in there, y'all. Snack pack size like this. Gosh, that sausage smells so good. Y'all think that looks a little bit runny? I don't know.
He said, Smushy Mom don't have sugars. Super chat. I'm looking for it here.
No, I don't have that yet. I'm not monetized yet. Good morning, Janine. I don't know. I feel like that's kind of runny. What do y'all think?
Scully Pop said, sounds like the bowl.
Oh my God. All right. I'm going to add some more raisins, and then I think I'm going to add just a little bit more flour. Because it just, I just feel like it's runny. All right. That should be good on the raisins. Now I'm just going to use my fingers. Sometimes when you're cooking, y'all, you've got to do this. Because things don't always go as planned. Y'all, this is a big thing of pancake mix. But anyway, Janine, I got this recipe from Southern Cookin and Backwoods Living. But I've just changed it around some. But the basic recipe, the basic idea I did get from her channel.
Scully Pop said, I like dark chocolate chips in my pancakes.
Yeah, I do too, but this is brown sugar, cinnamon, apple, raisin. Alright, y'all. I still feel like that's blunt because I wanted to be. I don't feel like pulling out my pancake griddle. Like, you know, my long brittle runner. I don't feel like pulling that out. Alright, that's my cats being stupid. So that's our sausage patties, y'all. Nice and crisp. I don't know if everybody else likes crisp sausage. I mean, it's just got a nice little crust right there. I'll just sit them right there. Alright, moment of truth. I am not going to try to. I just don't like how the consistency. I feel like it's going to, I'm only going to be able to do one pancake at a time. I feel like even if I pulled my griddle out, this would spread out too much. So, I want to reserve some of this. Alright, let's see what happens, y'all. And also, you got to add some butter. Alright, let me wash out my measuring cups, y'all. Put this flour up. While we see what happens, this pancake better rise on the smack it stupid. I will. Because that's self-rising flour. But y'all remember, I've never done this recipe before.
Lollipop said I could smell it from here.
What?
Lollipop said I could smell it from here.
Yeah, Spongy's going to do the taste test. Oh, y'all, look, it's rising. It's getting big. So Spongy will do the taste test. I won't keep y'all for my whole entire breakfast because that would have y'all here way too long. I'll keep you here for another pancake to cook, but then we'll let Spongy do the taste test and she can tell you all what she thinks. Scully, tell Izzy to not forget to email me. I know that y'all are dealing with a lot. I know she's had some things happen. I thought about trying to like come up, like work on the intro myself, like, you know, because I didn't do my story time this week because I want to have an intro and an outro for this story time. So y'all, story time is kind of paused at the moment, but it's not going anywhere. It's not leaving. Y'all almost knocked my sausage in the floor. Oh, okay. We can flip it. Here we go. And see, the reason I do butter, y'all, is because it gives your edges the golden crisp. I like the outside of my pancake to have some crisp, I can't even talk. Crisp texture. And then the inside be nice and fluffy. Booger, what are they doing? I mean, Spongy. What are they doing?
I don't know.
Have they torn up the living room?
No.
Move, Niblet. Niblet. Yes, they have. They've messed up the entire couch. Summer, you're being bad, y'all. My dogs are being bad.
Lollipop said if you need it, he'll at least let him know.
Oh, we're working on it?
Yeah. I'm so good. I don't know.
What's wrong with you, Spongy?
I think I know what it is. I need to go to the bathroom.
All right, y'all. Let me get a plate. Spongy will be right back for the taste test.
Yeah, I don't feel good right now.
That's our first pancake. I don't know what's wrong, Spongy. All right, y'all. I'm gonna spray a little bit of my Pam Ultimate No Stick. And then, like, we're gonna just cook one more. We're gonna wait on Spongy to come back so she can do that taste test for you guys. Y'all, I am gonna have to paddle my dogs. I have OCD really bad, and I mean, y'all, I have OCD really bad. Really bad. And I can't stand stuff to be messed up or out of place, or I've kind of had to let go some since I've gotten sick, but I still don't like it. My anxiety kicks in. All right. I hope Spongy's not too long, y'all. Spongy? Anyway, y'all, these are just so cute. They're the new spring collection of Pioneer Woman, and it was a really, trying to remember how much I paid for it because I ordered it online, and they just came yesterday. But they came with like all my little cups, you know, the whole set of these little cups, and then it came with the big one right here, and this holds 4 cups, y'all. 4 cups. I can't remember. I wanted to say it was 29. No. Yeah, it was. It was 29, y'all. But you have the complete set of all of these. The tablespoon, teaspoon, 1/4 teaspoon, and the 1/2 teaspoon little measuring spoons. And that big measuring cup. Now, I thought it was a really good deal myself. Spongy, hurry up! I gotta put my glasses on. Oh God, y'all, where'd I put my glasses? Where'd I put my glasses? Oh, there they are. Good morning, Brandy. How are you? I'm gonna make you blue so that if you would like to check out some of my friends here, you can connect to their channels. Bye, Scully. I've done stuff like that before, Carol. Alright, y'all. Let me see if this pancake's ready to flip. Spongy still isn't back. Spongy, what are you doing? Y'all know what that was, right? Only one sausage fell on my stove, y'all. Only one. Spongy, come on. I could have sworn I bought maple syrup. I know I've got my Mrs. Butterworth. I gotta organize my cabinet up here. Y'all, I can't tell you how many times I've organized my pantry and my cabinets, and they just get messed up all over again. coming? If she didn't come on, y'all, I'm going to do the taste test for you. Hi, Ashley. Yeah, these are cinnamon, applesauce, cinnamon raisin pancakes. No, I still didn't get it right. Applesauce, brown sugar, raisin pancakes. And I'm waiting on Spongy to come do the taste test. So if she doesn't come on, I'm just going to have to do it myself. Spongy, I'm going to do the taste test if you don't come on. Go sit down and I'll bring it over there to you. What'd you say you want to go back to bed?
I said there's a surprise on the bed. You can already imagine what it is. Our dogs are bad, y'all. Bad dogs.
I gotta turn this heat down some. Because I don't want that. Ashley's here.
Oh, hi, Ashley.
Alright. Let me go ahead and drop my pancake in here. And then I'll take that other one.
I
And
forgot to put the gate back up.
you better go do it, brother. I mean, Spongy. Yo, this probably makes 10 pancakes. It depends on what size you want your pancakes to be, too. I want to get some of those little forms that you can put in your pan that make your pancakes stay cute, or you can make it a certain shape, or whatever you want to do. Alright, now we're going to go over here to Spongy. Look at them. I'm trying to get y'all to stay. You know what? I'll just sit you. What it is, I am going to sit you all. And let me. Y'all can't see good from that far away. Can you move that, Snapple? Can y'all see Spongy? Yeah, I see good. I mean Spongy. All right, let me get it.
I need to take my pill, actually.
Well, I'll get it, bugger.
I have my pill. I already opened it. Thank you.
Don't forget pray, booger. Oh my God. Booger, Janine said she hadn't eaten yet and she's drooling.
Oh,
Now, when you get your bite, show it to them. Show them, like,
it's gonna drip all over me.
oh,
though.
well then don't then. You gotta tell them how it tastes and
It's good.
well, that doesn't tell them anything, booger. I mean, Spongy. Can you taste the applesauce?
No,
You can't taste the applesauce?
no, I'll say cinnamon though.
Cinnamon? You can't. Did you get a raisin?
Yeah.
So, is it more like a fall kind of pancake?
Yeah.
Yo, that batter, that batter tastes really good. All right, I'm gonna taste it. Let me taste it. Mmm. Oh my gosh, oh, those are so good. And they are very fall-like. The flavors of fall, they really are. And the raisins in them are so, so good. Don't forget, when you make your pancakes, if you don't know, I'm sure a lot of us know, always add butter to your frying pan and cook your sausage first and reserve the dripping so you can pour a little bit of that in your frying pan because it adds so much southern taste. That's just what us southerners like to do, y'all. Nobody ever said it was healthy. But, yeah, y'all, thank you so much, y'all, for joining me this morning and coming in and having breakfast with us. I love y'all. We are going to call it. Tell everybody bye, Booger.
Bye.
And we will see you next time at Misty's Pleasures of Life and good old Southern home cooking, y'all. Bye, you guys. Have a great day.
Bye, everyone.